Hi, this is TLD Media, and today this video is going to be basically a questionnaire about what people expect of a thriller film. I'm going to be asking questions about four four topics that are the setting / location, the costumes you'd expect, the characters you'd expect, and what music people would expect. For my first interview, I am joined by Julie Beale. Hello Julie, how are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, thanks.
Good.
So, right, my first question for you is, what setting would you expect to find or see in a thriller film?
Mainly like city areas, because they're built up and they're like films like Heat and Rear Window have like got them in. So
Yeah.
it's quite thrillery and stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
thank you for that.
That's
okay. My next question is, what characters would you expect to see in a typical thriller film?
An antagonist like baddie,
Yeah.
because you know they need to be there.
Yeah,
And
obviously.
a protagonist, because they're like goodies, they need to solve everything and make it all better.
Okay, thank you for that. Okay, and now my third question for you, Julie Beale,
Yes,
is what sort of costumes would you expect the protagonist and the antagonist that you have just described to be wearing?
The antagonist probably wear something like smart, like a suit or something, because they're proud of their appearance.
Yeah.
And then the protagonist probably, I don't know, something dark to stand out from them in comparison to the antagonist.
Okay, thank you for that. And now my final question for you, you've been a very good interviewee person, is what sort of music would you expect to hear when you're watching a thriller film?
Oh, something like atmospheric, like deep and dark, or something like with a bass line probably carrying through.
Yeah, I get you.
And then it'd be loud, like the tense bits,
Yeah.
to make it even intenser. That one.
Okay, yeah. So thank you for answering all the questions. I said that really loud. I'm really sorry if you thought that was intimidating. Anyway, thank you for being our interviewee today. You provided very good answers. You obviously have a very in-depth knowledge of thriller films. So I shall catch you later. Well, that was Julie Beale, everybody. This is my second interview, and it's with James Easy. Hello James, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Tamar, how are you?
I'm very good, thank you.
Lovely.
Right, so for the first question that I'm asking you, it is, what setting would you expect to see in a thriller film?
In a thriller film, I don't think there's a specific location you'd expect. I think a sense of tension and suspense is a necessity. So for example, if it were a forest, you wouldn't have some sort of kind of enchanted forest or some like picturesque woodland setting. You'd have some very dark, dingy kind of forest with dead trees, kind of like leaf mulch on the floor. But equally, you can have an urban environment, so there might be abandoned warehouses or a kind of really desolate, run-down urban area.
Okay, thank you. Second question is, what characters would you expect to see in a thriller film?
In a thriller film, as any film, you have their antagonist and the protagonist. The protagonist, kind of like the hero-like character, generally male, and the antagonist also I would kind of expect to be generally male as well. I'd also expect there to be a victim who's female. This can be younger or older, like adult or child, but I would expect them to be slightly younger, if not very younger, than the antagonist and protagonist.
Okay, thank you. And what would you expect them to be wearing?
The antagonist, so the villain-like character, very dark clothing, blacks, maybe leather jackets, very domineering dark clothing. The protagonist, kind of more neutrally colours, nothing like too flamboyant or camp. And the kind of vulnerable female character, I'd expect to have whites, pinks, bright kind of pastel colours.
Okay, and what music do you think you expect to hear in a thriller film?
Kind of non-diegetic music. I don't know, but it's to create tension, to create suspense. Again, I don't think there's a specific kind of music. For example, in Psycho, when the lady is getting stabbed in a shower, there's the kind of string music, and in Psycho it's all very stringed music, and that does create a really nice sense of tension. However, in other thriller films like The Shining, it's not all strings, it's kind of a much more eerie music, which again I think creates a good sense of tension.
Okay, thank you for that.